Waves and waves. We're gonna do it now. But yo, guys, welcome. I am the most determined soul, CJ Berry, the leader of Waves and Ways of People in Determination. CJ is who I am. MD Soul is what I am. So you guys can just call me CJ. I really don't mind it. Today, we're gonna rate that fighter. And the fighting game that we're gonna choose from today is Fatal Fury. So Fatal Fury, Fatal Fury, it's, people give it crap, but it's actually a pretty decent game, all right? And I'm willing to say that it was the start of SNK being great. Is it better than Street Fighter in games Capcom produces? I don't know. It just depends on what games you like and how you like to play your fighting games. I think the King of Fighters is a slept-on game. I don't think that it gets the credit it deserves and the attention it deserves. Oh, acid trains in the building. It doesn't get the credit it deserves, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that go in Fatal Fury and King of Fighters and stuff like that, and I just wanted to touch on that. So with that, I plan on doing a series of Rate That Fighter for the SNK games. So we're going to do all the Fatal Furies. We're going to do all the King of Fighters. And then we'll also throw in some bonuses like the Art of Fighting. You remember the Art of Fighting? That's a good one, right? That's a good one. So with that, Fatal Fury, it came out in 1990. Let me see. 1991, November 1991. That's when it came out. That's when it released. It came out just right after Street Fighter 2, if I'm not mistaken. And it's technically the spiritual. It's the spiritual sequel to the original Street Fighter. The original director from Street Fighter, I forget his name now. Let me know what his name is in the comments below. The original director from Street Fighter went to SNK and he produced Fatal Fury, or King of Fighters Fatal Fury. We'll get to talking about that here in a second, where it's called King of Fighters Fatal Fury, and it was, man. There's so much history with this game. It's freaking ridiculous. But before we start playing and getting to the game, I want to talk about our rating system that we have and how we're going to be rating these games here, okay? Because some of you guys, y'all be on one and be like, yo, CJ, I think it should get like 1 million points. Like, no, it shouldn't get 1 million points, my friend. It's a nice game, but it's not that good. So we're going to talk about the point system here. All right, let's jump into and start talking about this point system. All right, and we'll just so happen to have King of Fighters 97 up, as I think that's a great example of a game that I rated. That I'm not trying to be biased or anything like that. I'm just trying to have a realistic look at the games that we love, okay? So first thing we got to do is we got to take ourselves out of our home. We got to take ourselves and put ourselves in the arcade. And so what's the thing that happens when you go to the arcade? You're looking around for a game, and we're going to see if this game catches our attention. So how does it catch our attention? It catches our attention with an intro. After you got the intro, you have the character select screen. What does that character select screen look like? Is there characters that I can relate to on that character select screen? Character viability. How many characters are there that I can choose from? After that, you have character design. Is there a uniqueness to those characters? Is there variety? Is everybody throwing a fireball? I don't know. Game mechanics. How smooth is it? You know, some people get really, really technical. It's how quickly can I pick up and figure out this game without getting frustrated and understanding the system, the combo system, the move set, all that. How quickly can I pick that up? Then we have game design. That's not the same thing as character design. It's the game as a whole. What do those backgrounds look like? How does it all come together? Does it mesh well? That's what I'm talking about. Character customizations and options. Is it just a palette swap? Is it just outfits? How many colors are there? What is that? What does that look like? And for me, I have a hard time with just only a palette swap. So for me, it automatically gets like a 5 or a 6, depending how vibrant these color swaps are. Then we're gonna go to music. Is the music good? Is the music dope? Is it memorable? Then we're gonna talk about outros and game endings. Does it just say game over when you lose? What's up with that? Then we're gonna talk about the replay value, then the overall look and feel. CJ, but it was good for its time. Yes, I know it was good for its time. That's why we got some extra credit stuff. And here's some of the extra credit that we have. Does it have additional modes and gameplay? That's what you got to ask yourself. Does it have a good story? Is there a story mode? Does it have online gameplay? And it's a freebie for any game that's before 2009, the online renaissance with fighting games with Street Fighter 4. If it's before 2009, automatic 10 points. We're not gonna do that because there's a lot of games out there that weren't meant to be played online, but now they're played online. They're like, oh, net code. Shut up with the net code. And then, of course, the very last one, was it overall good for its time? And then we're gonna give it a rating. And as you see, the King of Fighters, a 97, it got a B minus. That's not bad. I'm telling you right now, that's not bad for a wait, hold on. Or is that chaos code? I might have rated chaos code without changing the top there. That's probably what happened. Here it is, King of Fighters 97. It just got a B flat. But chaos code, it got I gotta change this name right here. So that's my fault. Chaos Code got a B minus, just a little under the King of Fighters 97. And we're going to re-rate the King of Fighters 97 a little bit later. Not re-rate, but we're going to talk about it again. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing and see what's going on with this game here. Let's see here. Where is it that I'm trying to go? I need the video capture device, and I need to bring that forward right here. Oh, not all the way forward. Jesus Christ, man. I just wanted it a little forward. Put it behind this one. There we go. And then we'll go back and forth between the two. That's not that hard. So let's see. I've been playing a lot of different fighting games on here and just getting practice and trying to understand how King of Fighters works. So I've been playing all 3 of them, right? So let's jump in there with the very first part of this and look at how this game works. I gotta change my screen up here to change the input. Let's change the input to HDMI 2, and now I'm playing a game and I can hear the sound just like you guys. And let me know if the video capture device is too loud. So here it is, the original Fatal Fury, and we're gonna start with the what you call it? We're gonna start with the intro. Why am I having a hard time saying intro here? So I'm being a weirdo today. All right, let me do one more thing and remove all this stuff. Move or copy, create, and move it to the end. We're gonna copy and create, and yeah, we can do MK3, and we're put it all the way. Why didn't it do that? I hate when it does this. Let's move it all the way to the end, and we can delete all the stuff that we don't need. Let's rename this to Fatal Fury. That's the original one. For one, waiting on new one. You really? Yo, Acid Train, what's up, man? I'm sorry. I got so engrossed in doing the video, so I apologize. That's not intentional, guys. I delete all this. All right, deleted all that, and we are at an F. We're all the way at an F. Let's rename this top part right here, and then Fatal Fury. There, good. So now let's do this thing. So we're at Fatal Fury, and we're gonna close Fatal Fury 3, and we're gonna play this version of Fatal Fury, the very first Fatal Fury. Oh. Is that too loud for you? I hope it's not too loud. So we're going to do the English version. And they have different versions of that, of this game, obviously. But let's do this. Let's do the English version. I'm using the recently unboxed Quanba drone for this game. Yeah, let's jump right into there. Let's push the. Is this a start button? There we go. And I'm probably gonna have to reset it too. A is the next button. Oh, that's the sound I love to hear at mini Pizza Huts. I remember as a kid at Pizza Hut, you heard. Shh. That was really short. Wait, let's see. Let's check this out first. Maybe it give us something else. I don't know. Let's see if it gives us something else. I think that's so freaking funny. That's always funny. But let's see if it gives us something else for this intro. So it gives you a little demo here, and the music sounds cool. I don't know if I'd be intrigued to play this or not. But I don't know. Here goes high scores and stuff like that. Oh, here, this is more stuff. Are we? Let's give it one more. Does it give us another character that has? And there goes Andy. I don't think I like the way it sounds either. Yeah, I don't think I really like how it sounds. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. So let's give it some coins. Let's give it some coins. And we're not gonna play this very long. We're just gonna talk through this and see what's hot in these streets. So you only can use 3 buttons here. All right, cool. I'm good with that. And then we have 3 characters. We have Joe. We have Andy, and we have no, this is Andy. So wait, crap, Andy and Terry. But let's see here. Let's fight Duck King first. Let's do. I wanted to pick Terry, but here we are. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How's it going, man? Let's see if we can get these controls. Woo! Oh. So this game, I will admit, it's hard for no reason, but I can beat it. I'm not an Andy player. All right, so you're like, CJ, whatever, you kind of suck. I'm like, no, it's hard as crap, and this is one of those ones that's like, I definitely like who I like. You can't just play this game and play with a character that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how this game works. You can't do that. See, like, I don't really understand. He jumped away from me. I don't really understand Andy as well as I understand Terry. There we go. But I still can do it. We still can do it. I don't suck that bad. Now, this game, it moves a little clunky, and it's ridiculously hard. It was meant to guzzle down your quarters and stuff like that as when you were a kid, you know? Oh. See, I'm finding it's moving really slow. I don't think I like that about this game, that it moves that slow. See how he does a flip in the air? And I could see how Street Fighter did a better job. The fireball isn't as responsive as I would want it to be, but it's okay. I can deal with it not being super responsive. at least it let me do it like after I've done it a couple times. It's very precise. You're looking for that precision here, especially when you're playing with the arcade stick. I think it's harder to play this game with controller than because I played it a little bit before I started rating this game, and it was fairly difficult to play this with controller. He's doing well. Yeah, it's part of the story. Oh wait, hold on. Which button do I push? What button am I pushing? These little bonus games. I'm with that. I can get with little bonus games. Let's go. I totally forgot this had a bonus game. I played it, but I was like, oh, bonus game, yeah. You'll see that a little bit later in the game where they have a couple of repeating sprites, but I think I'm good with that. I can't get him to do the move that I want him to do. All I can get is the fireball, and I can't get that spinning fist. I think it's mainly because I probably can't figure out which one's the A button. It's probably what it is. I believe it's this one, but it's... Yeah, that's a cheat move, by the way. It's very similar to Chun-Li's spinning bird kick, but it's a little bit more unfair because you come out on the other side and you're forgetting to block, and it will hit you because you're holding the other direction. It's freaking weird. It is what it is. Doing that. Oh wait, you can get hit off the people. I totally forgot that. There we go. Good job. Good job, team. We're crushing it. Crushing it. I will never lose, yes sir. But you know that like Geese killed Terry's and Andy's father. That's part of the storyline, and that's why they're entering this tournament. Every fighting game that you enter a fighting tournament for whatever the reason. Did you see that? See, this is what I'm talking about. This game be cheating. This game be cheating. All right. So I'm gonna pick Terry. I like Terry. Terry's pretty cool. There we go. Jesus Christ, man. Oh! I thought I was blocking that for sure. Jeez! Thank you! This game cheating! Fatal Fury is the most cheatingest game ever. Ever! Swear to God. All the trauma, TBG. And you know, when it comes to Geese, I'm not even gonna try hard. We're just gonna go. We're gonna look it up. We're gonna look the ending up later. Wait, hold on. Here we go. We're gonna look the ending up for Fatal Fury instead of trying to beat it all because Geese Howard is super hard. You're talking about cheat, so we're gonna give him like about 3 or 4 tries and call it a day. Because I know, like, I'm going to have a hard time with them. So, it is what it is. You can say I'm a chump if you want to. I'm okay with that. Come on. What type of fingers do I need to have in order for me to beat this guy? I can never beat this one.
Oh, God.
Ah, screw this, dude. You can hear my arcade stick go like 1,000,000 miles per hour right there. It's not that you want the game to be easy. You want the game to be fair, right? And what's going on here, the game isn't fair because it's inconsistent. Excuse me. It's inconsistent with some of the inputs here. Because I know for a fact I'm doing it right. And see, in some of the reach there, I believe that Terry is hitting him, but his hitbox, they made his hitbox different. I'm okay with it. Yeah, after this. This is one of those games you just you're at resolve, you know. That you're like, yo, it's okay that I lost. I'm okay in my heart that I lost in this game. Yo, CD, what's up, man? And you're content. I'm okay and I'm content that I lost. That's what this game is doing for me. All right, we're gonna put you right there, game. We're gonna rate you right now. We're gonna rate you. I'm not gonna give it a bad rating, but I'm gonna give it the rating it deserves because that's what Rate That Fighter's about. All right, so we're gonna do just that. Okay, so let's start with where we're gonna start with. All right, so the intro, we just saw the intro. The intro wasn't all that. It doesn't make me want to go, hey, I want to play this game. It just has a dude standing on a cliff. It doesn't really tell me anything. It has a little demo that plays, but it still doesn't tell me a lot. Does it get me excited to play the game? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think it's a good one, especially for the other games that were out at that time. And I'm willing to say it's not that low. I'm gonna say the intro is about an 8. Intro's about an 8. I'll give it an 8 out of 20 because it at least it has it. That's what I'm saying. You got to give it some points for having it, and then for what it has, it's like, okay, cool, that's what's up. Character select screen, it was unique. It was trying to do something different during that time with the games that were out during that time, like Street Fighter and Street Fighter. That was the only things that were out at that time, really. And then they started booming with the other fighting games. I don't think I like the character standing full body without a box. I want the box and then have the character off the side. So I don't know. That's about for uniqueness, that's about a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. Character Viability, there's only 3 to choose from. I mean, there's other characters to be out there to play with. And then they have the when you have the 2-player mode, if I'm not mistaken, it's not 1v1, it's 1 versus 1, kind of like Street Fighter Alpha. I thought that was kind of interesting. We didn't do that here, and we'll probably do a deeper dive later if we want to do a deeper dive. But the character, there's really only 3 characters to choose from. There's not a lot. So let's say 3 points per character. It's about not 89. It's a 9. There's just not a lot to choose from. There's just not a lot to choose from. The characters, I thought the characters were unique. Were the 3 that you could choose from, and the character designs and the characters that you fought against, I thought they were unique. Let's about a 14. I will give it that. Especially when you compare it to Street Fighter, you have 2 dudes that have technically 3 dudes that have the exact same moves. If you really think about it, you got Ken, Ryu, and Sagat. And then if you want to throw Akuma in there, you got him in there too. Then you have, and then everybody has some sort of projectile. And if you have a charge move, you don't. Everything's a charge move. But you look at Andy, he has a charge move and he has quarter circle. I kind of like that. Game mechanics. This is the part where it's like, yo, come on, dog. And no, I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna have to say that's about a 13. And here's the reason why. It's not because I'm mad because I lost. Because I am mad because I lost. It's because when you're putting in the inputs for the game, it doesn't input right. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. And a lot of time it didn't. Even when I was playing on controller before I got on here to do Rate That Fighter, even sometimes the input with the controller, like, wait, hold on, it's not coming through, it's not coming out. And so I'm gonna have to say that. And then also going against the computer, it's like, how come the computer can take advantage of me in these situations, but I can't? We saw that I was juggled a few times, and there's no juggling mechanic in the game. It's just straight up, you punch me and I punch you. We take turns. Rock, paper, scissors. Whose character put that particular move out first? So there's that. Game design. They reused a lot of things in this. I think that was a great use, but I'm gonna have to give that a 10. A 10. I don't think that's bad, but it's not good either. Character customizations. You couldn't customize the characters, so that's a 0. You couldn't have an alternate character. The music here was okay. There was only a few things that made me go, I like that. Like the character select screen. You know what? I'm not going to continue to sing the character select screen, but there were a few memorable things, but it wasn't like Street Fighter. I'm almost willing to give this a 10, but I'm not, because I'm going to say it's 11. But there was a few things to remember. It just didn't have a lot of bass. Would I be able to tell it if someone started playing SNK games and say, name that song? I probably wouldn't be able to name it unless they did specific ones. You're like, oh yeah, that's Fatal Fury. I got you on that one. Outros and game endings. We're gonna go and we're gonna watch that. We're gonna find the Fatal Fury game ending, but we're gonna go through all this other stuff first before we do the game ending there, and then replay value. I think, you know what, I'm gonna give it its props. The replay, they have the one more time syndrome in this game, and that's what I have to give it its props. The one more game. Let me do it one more time. I gotta do this. So yeah, I'm willing to stick by that. So let's go to YouTube real quick, let's go to YouTube real quick, and I know you're laughing at me because you're like, yeah, one more time. No, it's definitely a 16 because I know when to stop. I'm just like, nope, I'm stopping right there. I'm gonna stop right there. It's not one of those things where you're gonna spend your life allowance on trying to beat the game. What is Fatal? That last stage song is like, that's why I gave the music such a high rating, because that song right there, the boss stage for Geese, is just lovely. July 5th, 1916. What? He knocks him off the roof. What? Horrible ending. I know we watched the video. We were watching the video on that. But that wasn't a good ending. He falls off. I'm going to give him credit for having the boss fall off the cliff, but I expected a little bit more besides just looking off into the sunset. So that's an 8. That's an 8. The overall look and feel of the game, it's in the 20s somewhere. I'm gonna say about a 26. And then additional gameplay as a modes, there's 0. There's a story. There's little cutscenes to tell you what's going on, but I didn't know what was going on. So we're gonna give it a 1 because it tried. Online gameplay, we automatically give it a 10 because it was before 2009. And then, was it good for its time? I don't know if it was good for its time. Because you got to think about the games that were out at that time. And the games that were out at that time were Street Fighter, and Street Fighter clearly was the better game. This came out with right after Street Fighter. They had the opportunity to make it better than Street Fighter, but they didn't make it better than Street Fighter. They made it cheap and made sure that it would guzzle your quarters down. So was it good for its time? Sort of. It wasn't better than Street Fighter, but it was something that it's a good substitute while you're waiting for your pizza at Pizza Hut. I think that's fair to say. So I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6, and that's me being generous, I think. And so now what the overall score for this game is a D. I don't think that's bad. For this game, for Fatal Fury, and what this game is and what this game was about, and how they put it together, a D isn't bad. A D isn't bad for this game. I was expecting maybe an F, but it's a D. And I would have to admit, this is a D game. This game, it's not. If someone's out there going like, "I know it's a C," no, it's not. Let's be real. You're just mad because you lost and you couldn't beat it. Maybe. But like, if I didn't want to waste your time to just kind of keep on going over and over and trying to beat it. But again, overall, especially, it's not a game that I want to sit here and play forever. So yes, that game is a D. I would have to agree with that score. I mean, obviously, I put the score in, but there's no denying that this was a D at best. It got a passing grade. But yo, down below in the comments, tell me how you felt about this game. Do you believe this game deserved a D? Well, here goes TBG. He says it deserves an F. But do you think this game deserves a higher rating? Do you think it deserves a lower rating? Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the game, what grade you would give the game. And we can have a little discussion. I don't mind. Hey, you made it this far. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like this video right here. Also, follow me on my social media platforms that I have there. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even Twitch. MD Soul, everything. Thanks. Have a good one, y'all.